Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am here. I am injured. But I'm here.
And how did the parade go?
I don't know. I went in the parade.
Oh, so you just got everybody started and said, all right, peace out, Girl Scout.
No, I wasn't even there at all.
Oh, okay.
I did. Way to call me out there. No.
Well.
So Autumn isn't on the show today because she is at the Healthcare Heroes Parade in Bedford. She's leading that. She's leading that one off while Andrea is at the Lynchburg location because I'll be honest, originally I thought the parade started at 11 and then they were like, no, it starts at noon. And I said, well, darn it, because I have a show to run. So I'm late because I was leaving our office where we have our All Things Local store at.
Right.
And we had a customer walk in. And, customers come first. I can't be like, hey, lady, I need you to leave. So I'm going to do my podcast. So I had to stay and help her and do those things. And then I rushed out here and slammed my door on my ankle. And, now I'm injured and limping in and tearing up the studio.
Leaving blood all over the floor.
When I was growing up, my mom always said, no blood, no sympathy.
Yeah.
So when my sister broke her leg, it was a bad time. But since you have a little blood today, we'll give you a little sympathy.
I appreciate it.
And a little grace.
I appreciate it. At least the roof isn't leaking on me while I have a
Did you
podcast.
watch it?
I did watch it.
I'm so glad people are watching it.
Look, I am a Grover fan. I listen to I watch his podcast.
I'm
Yes,
so
I do.
glad. A lot of work went into that. Like, I'm not one that usually looks at numbers and reviews, but
I do.
When you spend like months working on something and get like 26 views, it is kind of depressing. But I appreciate all that have watched that so far. And Heather, thank you for being a fan of Grover.
I am a fan.
The podcast.
The podcast. Yeah.
We have all the episodes are in the app, by the way, now.
Oh, okay.
All the episodes. So if you're wondering what we're talking about.
And one of our fans is wondering if there's going to be a new podcast called Trail of Blood, Just Like a Crime Scene.
Yes, it's a new true crime I'm working on.
Was that Livy? That's what I need to know.
It was.
I knew it was Livy, my fan, my one fan that listens. No, I'm just kidding. I do watch it, and that and I'll bring that up. Just for those who have been listening or just listening in, or download this later, listen. Check out GroveStreet.fm. There's a lot of great podcasts on there. Woody helps to produce a lot of really great, different types of podcasts and does a great job with it. So check it out. He also has streaming services now.
Oh, we've got,
what do you not
We've got
do?
like 20 video channels that are like national channels that are included in the app now. Anywhere from honestly, we have a wrestling channel, we have a food and travel channel, we have news, sports, all that stuff. And then we have about 20 music channels as well that are, good. We add new stations all the time, but they're, really good curated stations. And then in the music section, we have a radio tuner part where you can search across the globe, whatever radio station has an online feed, and you can listen to it in there too. So it's a media hub.
And is that going to have your new cooking show where you make exclusively salads?
Yes, salads.
In fact, the name of the show is Exclusively Salad.
Exclusively salads.
With a side of ramen every once in a while.
That's a great show.
I can start a cooking show on how to eat bird food, like little teeny mushed up bird food right now.
Teeny tiny egg salad
sandwiches. Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's a little bit late, but I appreciate you guys still listening and hanging out and talking local with us. And of course, I have Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels here with me yet again. And y'all will probably hear a lot more from Mike because I think he's going to become a permanent fixture here. I didn't even know he was going to be here today. Right. He just showed up and surprised me.
So it worked out. I was able to send Beth from Visiting Angels to go be in the parade.
It did. So we're going to have him here as a permanent kind of co-host with me moving forward. And Autumn will pop in, of course, some now and then. And then, of course, we'll have our guests. And we have this morning with us, we have Alexis with Cupid Clothing Bridal. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, I do like Cupid's Bridal, though. I think that's cute.
Yeah, see, I tried to change her name to Cupid's Bridal. So I'm just, I always say that.
That's what Cupid I have
Clothing Bridal.
On my text.
Yes, exactly who it is. Yeah.
So if you hear somebody call it, that's probably me because I'm just like, I'm going to change her name.
I'll use that as a DBA name. How about that?
There you go.
There you go.
I like
Doing
it.
business as Cupid's Bridal.
See,
There you go.
there you go. If you need your name changed, just call Heather. I'll change it for you. You may not even know it, but I'll do it. I'll just start.
So we don't have any confusion.
talking
What is
about
the
the-
actual name?
It's Cupid Clothing Bridal.
Okay.
But according to all my fans, it's Cupid's Bridal.
Well, event season is kind of coming up. You've got the
Yeah.
spring has kind of, is here, and summer, the warm temps are out, and everyone is wanting to kind of get out. And wedding season, of course,
Yes.
is really
In full swing.
popping. Yeah. So, of course, we want those brides to come and check out Cupid's Clothing Bridal.
Yep.
And so tell us just a little bit about, what you do, how you kind of came to start the business, because you're relatively a new business.
Yeah. So we actually just started in January of this year. And I've always loved dresses, and I learned how to use a sewing machine with my, grandma before she died. And and as you know, I've actually probably discussed this with you a little bit. The inheritance money I got from my grandparents after they died was the money that I put into the business. And at first it was slow, but
Yep.
now we're like, since wedding season, we've picked up a lot in the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, whoa, that's a lot.
And can I just say, for those that are listening that can't see, they're not here in the studio. Alexis isn't, I mean, she's young. You're not,
Yeah, I just
my
turned
age. You're not like
21.
old like me.
Yep.
But for someone to have inherited money and put it towards opening their own small business versus just frivolously doing what you wanted to do, hanging out, traveling and all those things, I think that's really awesome. I think that's what most young people kind of get a rap for, of being lazy nowadays. Okay, again, sorry if I lose listeners right now. I'm just saying, like, that's just what I heard. I'm not saying it's truth. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's what you hear.
And for the record, when she said lazy, she looked at me.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna lie. I can be
She cut her
lazy as
eyes
all
out.
get out. But I think that's wonderful that you put it into something you were passionate about, and that it's now growing into,
Yeah.
into shape of what you wanted it to be, and opening a small business in our area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, like, I have this event coming up May 28th. You can still get your free tickets to see it. We have local bakers. We have a bake-off competition. We have a fashion show with my designs, because I actually design my own dresses.
Mhm.
We just plan on having like a fun day, 12:30 to 4 on May 28th. I know it's a holiday. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Mhm.
But we already have a lot of brides signed up for it, and
Okay.
they're bringing their guests and everything. But we just wanted to make it local. I keep hitting the microphone.
And where is that event going to be?
So it's actually going to be at my shop, which is in the Forest location. It's like 2 doors down from the Business Coalition
Okay.
in Forest.
So 14805 Forest Road.
Yep.
In
Right there by the
Forest.
Kroger,
Yep.
Yes.
the big Kroger.
The big Kroger.
Yes. And so brides will be able to come in that day and see your designs, but then they'll be able to shop in the store, because you have more than just
Yes.
dresses in there too. You have bridesmaids dresses,
Yep.
you have accessories and
Mhm.
things like that. So they can see some of those and potentially
Yes.
get their entire bridal party set.
Yep. And that's kind of what we wanted to do. So they'll be able to shop, but they'll also see like a fashion show. And we already kind of like have the design, and we'll have little flower petals on the we have like a little white what's it called? It's like a white
Like an
carpet.
aisle, like a
Yeah.
walkway. Yeah.
So we have that, and then we have the little flower petals. It's
Mhm.
going to be phenomenal. I
Okay.
can't wait. I put a lot of work into it, a lot of thought into it, and we're just excited, and
Mhm.
we can't wait.
Well, there's a lot of vendor shows that you see that do bridal, but they don't necessarily have the fashion show piece to it. It's just a lot of booths, and you go around and kind of see different things, which is nice. But it's good to actually see. Personally, I think it's great to see the clothing on someone
Yes.
versus
Versus a
just
mannequin.
a mannequin,
Yeah.
or just pulling it off the rack, or just seeing it online, or I always see
looks
these stories of people that buy stuff online, and then it's never going to look like it really looks online, like, really.
That's true.
Right.
So I think the fashion show piece to it is really amazing and unique.
Yeah. Well, and this way you can see what it looks like on a real person versus a mannequin. Because whenever we go to bridal events, like the one in April, we always have to bring mannequins. But you're not like actually showcasing what the wedding dress actually looks like because it doesn't do the wedding dress justice. The mannequin doesn't. I mean, you have to see what it looks like on a person to actually visualize what it's going to look like on you.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes even, because I'm sure you have dresses there people can try on too afterwards. Yeah. And that's the other thing, being able to see it on yourself. Like sometimes you can look at something on the rack and be like, that's not going to look good. And then you put it on, you're like, oh my gosh, this is the one. Like this is the dress. And you're ringing the bell and you're doing all the things. I said yes to the dress type stuff. Yes. Yeah. So, it's definitely something you want to put yourself in. You can't just, like you said, see it on a mannequin, go, oh yeah, that's it.
No, you can't. Because I have talked to many brides who have came through looking for a dress and trying on dresses that they're like, well, yeah, we like to try on dresses because we want to see what it looks like on us. We don't want to see what it looks like on a mannequin. We don't want to see what it looks like in a magazine. We want to see what it looks like on us. And like, there's all different types of body, measurements and stuff, but a fashion show in real life is also like something like you can actually see, you can actually like get a chance to see what it looks like in real life rather than like on a magazine or on a mannequin. Because a lot of those, let's be honest, the mannequins aren't realistic, magazines aren't realistic.
Right. They're trying to make it look as good as possible. And
yeah. And then they edit out a lot of stuff. And then, so I mean, a real life fashion show, to see it for free and to see to showcase my designs. This is something that's very special to me because I get to see what my designs look like on a person, but also it's special to have local brides come in and see what it looks like on a real person, and they get a free fashion show and they get to have free fun and free food samples from catering services and bakeries that's going to be there. So it's going to be a fun night.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, where do you come up with your designs? Does it just come to you while you're doing them, or do you?
Honestly, before I go to sleep, sometimes I have restless nights and I have a sketchbook by my bed at all times. Okay. I'm not kidding.
So these are literally dresses that dreams are made of.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Literally.
That should be your new tagline. And then people ask you why. You're like,
these are the dresses you dreamed
of right
of.
before I went to bed. Yeah. See, look at we're changing your business name. We're giving you your tagline. This is why you come to Talk Local to Me, folks.
Right.
So we can just do all the things.
Well, and I actually I'm starting my own podcast with Woody.
Breaking news.
No, she told me yesterday. Yeah, she was listening, looking at it.
And while we were waiting, she recorded a little promo spot for it. And I just want you to know she did it in one take, and it sounds really, really good.
Awesome.
We came up with a name. Intro.
Was it Cupid Bridal?
No.
I'm just kidding. Darn.
We're going broad with it because it's going to be an all-encompassing podcast for her. Her
so we could do more content and bring brides in to tell stories.
Oh, fun.
So
I like it. So can you say when's it starting?
Well, we can't say.
Oh, you can't say.
Can't say.
Okay, that's still breaking news.
I mean, we're on the calendar to record.
Yes.
Just know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
So it's soon, very soon.
So yet another award-winning podcast coming.
Another award, adding to the Grove Street FM lineup.
I think Grover, you need to make Grover a little tux.
Yes.
So he can be
but
for your
he
podcast.
needs to fall in love. He needs to find him a Miss Grover.
He will.
Is it Nettie?
We'll make a book about that.
The turtle? Nettie's the turtle?
No, he has his eye on this one otter. So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll explore that in an upcoming book.
We'll have a podcast.
Yeah.
So
Him and Wendell will talk about it on the podcast. So.
We have new book ideas coming out of this podcast.
Man.
We've got new business names coming out. New slogans.
That's it.
Yep.
What don't we do here?
I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, we do a lot. We do a lot.
We're a hub of innovation.
So another thing, though, that Alexis, you've also created a magazine.
Yeah.
That you're
monthly.
Producing. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the magazine.
So the magazine actually showcases pictures of what our designs look like. So our June magazine is going to have everything that's going to be in our fashion show.
Okay.
So and we'll be taking pictures of them with the models in front of our little flower. If you've ever been in it, and she has, we have this little flower wall, and we're going to be doing it in front of that. And it's exciting, but we also have advertisements for local wedding vendors. So if you sign up for the event is only like, for the vendors, it's only $150, and you get a free 1/4 page advertisement in our magazine, and we do it monthly. So yeah, you could subscribe to it, but we also like have it in Bedford, Roanoke, and Lynchburg. We like, we collab with my cousin who is the owner of One Fine Day Events, and she kind of like, you know, has her little own boutique and stuff, and or her little place of business, and she'll send out like magazines or business cards or something from me, and I of course send you some of my magazines to put in both the Forest location and the Bedford location. So and it's just something, it's nice to have, because it's just like a it's just kind of like the Living in Lynchburg magazine, except it's less wedding content. Although we do have a little advertisement thing where it costs $120. You can get a half ad page, and you can have an editorial based in your niche. So it does have something like that too.
Awesome.
But we decided to do that and kind of market ourselves just a bit. When I first started owning the business, I kind of like, as an entrepreneur, and this like is kind of a little bit off base, but I didn't think about how much marketing there is in business when I first started this.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you, because I was always researching the startup costs for it rather than the marketing aspect of it, and now I wish I was like really into like researching the marketing part.
You know, one of the things that I have run into in the past even when I've talked to people about membership and the advertising we do for small businesses. I get a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't need to market right now. I have too much business, or I'm just getting started. I don't need to market. And I want to not rudely look at them and be like, you absolutely need to market.
Yeah.
Even if you're busy, you need to market, because at some point you're going to slow down. At some point, you're going to need that boost. And when you stop marketing, people stop remembering who you, they stop seeing your name and your face. So then by the time you're not busy anymore, they've moved on to the next person. And then, you're having to start up again, and then you're trying to get out there again. And then it takes a good 3 months or so to get back into it. So,
well, it's harder to do it by yourself. When you have a community lined up behind you.
That's right.
It's so much easier because, like as a small business owner right now, it's just me, because like I can't afford to, like have the help that I would want to in the future. But, I'm hoping it'll grow. But in order for it to grow, like I'm glad that I have CVABC behind me and supporting me through all of that.
I need you to copy that and put it in something
that's
for
a
me
commercial
right there.
If you would like the Central Virginia Business Coalition to help grow your business as well, go to cvabc.org. I get paid $35 every time I say that. Heather doesn't know that yet. But yeah, it is great. And I'll just say, like for my business, we're in healthcare. We're a national brand, but we are locally owned and operated. And one of the things that I definitely got from the CVABC was when COVID hit, and if anybody says the word pivot ever again, I'm going to cry. But, one of the things that they said was like, now is not the time to stop your marketing.
That's
so
true.
We literally tripled our marketing efforts and saw our business grow by our business volume doubled through COVID, which was not the case for every Visiting Angels office. And everyone I talked to that has offices, a lot of them were like, yeah, we didn't grow at all. We just, we managed to maintain, but we managed to grow because we were out there marketing more. And, people were scared to go into facilities and things like that because they couldn't see their loved ones. And so we were able to kind of help with that. And, it really is good. You've really got to promote yourself. Like I always tell people, when somebody contacts for care, like it's going to be 6 months sometimes before they join and actually get the care, because it's a big thing to have someone coming into your home. So, even when we are growing and we're like, we can't handle any more business, we still keep those marketing efforts going, because we know in 6 months our business could look very different. And so it's important to constantly be out there marketing.
Everything is constantly changing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have to keep up, with the changing times. And so like, it's just important to have a community and to support you.
It is. And that's what I love about the CVABC
I love
is
that they're $15 a month.
right.
Right.
I'm
See,
sorry, but that's
exactly.
just my favorite.
That's the best part because, we have businesses and that's, we have businesses that are like, yeah, sure, I can pay that 125, or that one or that 200, depending on which tier they get. But we have some smaller businesses that are like you starting out and you're trying to figure out how do I do the startup costs, the advertising, all of that. And we want you to succeed without breaking your budget doing so. So, we put into the whole, let's do the monthly payment. The worst case scenario is you stop paying and we drop your membership. I mean, it's not, let's be honest, like that's worst case for us.
That's the worst case. Yeah.
And for you, then best case is you do the monthly, you love what we do for you and you continue either that monthly payment moving into the next year, or maybe next year you look at me and go, you know what? I just want to stop the monthly because I can afford to pay the 125 right up front. And,
or you look at it and go, you know what? My membership was a great deal, but sponsorship, that's even better. And then
you'd be surprised at how many people I have that because you look at, for instance, you're doing the $200 a month, you do the premium, so you do the $15 a month. Well, our lowest level sponsorship is only $500, which breaks into 35 something a month. So
that's not
it's a no-brainer. You're bumping up $15 and then you get sponsorship on stuff and free marketing and free billboards and it's a lot of things. And that's why we try to keep our, I have a lot of people, I'll be honest, and it's weird to hear people say that you don't charge enough. And I get that a lot. Like you don't charge enough for what you
did
give.
Tell me that.
I get that a lot.
Everyone I talk to, I'm like, yeah, it's like, there's a couple different membership levels. You've got the 125, 99, whatever it is. And then the 200 and they're like, oh, a month. I'm like, no, a year.
A year.
And they're like, that's not right. I'm like, no, it is really, like, I promise. But it's great.
But every time I go to try and like up the price, I don't know. It's like I get the shakes. I get nervous. Like I don't, and I feel like, we do a great job with what we do. And I want to keep it at that affordable level for businesses, especially since we've grown so much into other areas. And you also have to look at the fact that, we have some big businesses in Roanoke and Lynchburg. But look at the surrounding counties. You've got Rustburg, Brook Neal, Gretna, Halifax, South Boston,
even Smith Mountain
Lake, Amherst, Nelson. All of these places we have members in, whether it's one or two or more. But a lot of them are small. They're mom and pop shops. They're, they're just trying to get their name out there. And, they can't afford other organizations. And we try to be an option for them. So.
The best part, though, about your memberships is that if you become a member and you go to the coffee talks or any event, you get to meet people and they can become your customer. That's the best part.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just don't know. And see, and that's one thing that I think people are afraid of. They're like, well, are they really going to be my customers? Like, or are they just like going to like, is this really the best option for me?
Yeah.
Or they might be nervous because I know when I first started, I was nervous, but then I went to that first coffee shop or that first coffee talk, and I was like, oh, this is the right place for me.
Well, and I can hands down say like our members, and I'm not saying there's a difference. There kind of is. Like our members, honestly, though, you get that welcoming feeling because they are small business. You don't walk into a room full of suits and ties,
right?
And feel like there's cliques everywhere and things like that. And I'm being honest. That's what I'm told.
To the next coffee talk.
You should. I'll wear. You wear a dress.
You gotta, if you don't wear a tux.
I'm wearing a suit. I'm going to break it out.
If he does, I'm going to post pictures.
I'm going to break it out.
That'd be great.
Please.
Challenge accepted.
I won't even be at the next coffee talk, so I can't. I'll be in Disney. But yeah. So I just think that it's our business members. It's not us, like not myself or Autumn or Andrea. It's our members are just very
kind people.
Yeah. They love to help each other.
They genuinely want to find out what you do, what other people do.
And they genuinely want to help you out too.
Yeah.
And you genuinely want to help them out as well. So, like, I know I've become a lot of people's customers through CVABC, like finding other places.
Yes.
But they've also become my customers, too.
Right.
I constantly do see our members asking first, either in our member direct, like our member only page, or they'll be like, do we have anybody who does this before they go outside looking, randomly.
Yeah.
So I think that's great how well they support each other. And another thing I don't think a lot of people know is once you're a member, if you refer 5 businesses to us in a year, your next year's membership's free.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yes. So if you have 5 referrals as a business member to us and they join, your next year, 2024 membership's free. So
yep.
super easy way to do
that. Means you guys need to go ahead and support CVABC by becoming a member
and put down Cupid Clip Bridal as
Bridal.
Give Alexis credit.
There you go.
Yep.
But also give him credit.
Yeah, mention the website.
Yeah.
So the Mike gets credit.
CVABC.org.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
$70 today.
Yeah.
$70 today.
But the and the thing I love about like I 1 year 2020 2021 I don't know, I was volunteer of the year because I think I was at almost every ribbon cutting.
You were.
And now I try to make it to as many as I can. And I actually was running an errand and Heather sent me a text. She goes, "Are you coming to the ribbon cutting today at our office?" And it was for the Answer Network. And I was like, I hadn't planned on it, but I'm right here at it. Like, I really have no excuse. We ended up signing up with them and it's saving us almost $125 this month. So going from our old national vendor that we were using for our after hours answering service. And it's fantastic. They've been great to work with. I've already been sending them referrals of other visiting angels offices. Like, guys, this is going to save you money. It's a great company. They're, luckily out of Roanoke. Yeah. And it's been good. And then like Libby Orman, she did our car insurance for us and saved us quite a bit. Like like you were saying, you start meeting people and you're like, oh, not only can I support other CVABC members, but I'm actually saving money doing it, which was kind of the unexpected thing for me. Like, oh, I'm getting some great deals just because I'm meeting different people.
Yes.
And things like that. So
and you get great deals. You're saving money, but you're also supporting them, even though you're saving money, which is great. Because you're saving yourself and your business, and you're also helping out another business.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what you want to do. Instead of like being a small business owner who is like a competitor, because there is a lot of people who are very competitive in the small business game, and as you guys know. But I'm not. I don't like to think of myself as a competitor. So I've actually become great friends with Church Street Bridal. Yeah. So that's been great.
I have a word for that. Would you like to know?
Yes.
Know what that word is?
Yes.
So the Key and Visiting Angels work very closely together. Brandy from the Key is great at her job. She makes me a little jealous because she's like she's able to be out there a lot. Whereas we have a smaller team, so I'm not quite out there as much. But the term that I use with her is she says she talks to me more than she talks to her own boss. So, but we work very closely together to make sure that we can serve our community the best for senior care. And I call it Coopetition.
Coopetition. I love that.
Yep.
So yes, I am competing for you, but my opinion is, and same thing in the bridal and gown and thing is, if the Key does a good job and Visiting Angels does a good job, it makes home care look better in Lynchburg and have a better reputation. So they are more likely to call us and get help. So if I have a client and I'm like, oh, I can't staff them yet and they really need help right away, I will reach out to Brandy and say, hey, do you have anybody available for this, and make the connection.
Well, and that's what me and Church Street Bridal do. And we had that conversation once we met April 2nd at the bridal showcase. I was very excited to actually meet some bridal places that are actually not very competitive, but there are a lot of bridal shops that are competitive. But I want to better serve the community, like you were talking about. And we may not be in healthcare or anything, but we could better serve our community by bringing in more people to have weddings here, because Virginia is beautiful.
It is.
I mean, there's so many hidden gems.
Right.
Yeah.
And having people come from out of state, or even Liberty students who are out of state wanting to buy a dress in Virginia, or even wanting to have a wedding in Virginia.
Right.
It's best. It's one of the best things ever.
Right. And we have a lot of great wedding venues too that are members of the CVABC, where there's been different events.
Yep. And we do try and utilize, a different venue for different things. And even with our upcoming Empower seminar, we have a couple of caterers. We have one caterer hosting breakfast, one caterer doing lunch. Then we have, some of our bakers, we have one of our cookie bakers is doing cookies for all the women. We have a few others that are doing desserts for the afternoon. So, we try and be inclusive of all of them because they're all members, but they all bring something different to the table too. Yeah, it's not always the same.
It's not.
And that's one thing I get a lot of. You're talking about who y'all collaborate with. I get a lot of people that, ask me, how are you guys different from a chamber? And a lot of people think we should be competition with chambers of commerce. And I don't see it that way. And I have a great relationship with she's the president of the Amherst County Chamber.
Amazing.
Yep. And I have a good relationship with the Alta Vista Chamber, the Venton Chamber, Angie with the Venton Chamber of Commerce. She just attended our last coffee talk as well. So,
and then you work with like Bedford. We did a ribbon cutting for Spring Oaks.
Yep, we do ribbon cuttings,
Formerly
collaboratively. We're getting ready to do a collaborative one with the Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance for a new chiropractic center that's opening up in our area. So, when people ask us the difference, there are differences, but there are also things that we do a little bit similar, but we can work together on those things and co-host or be a part of what they do, because honestly, it just helps the business. It gives them more access to resources that others maybe don't have. So if, for instance, we do the billboards. Most of the chambers don't have that. So there's an option for you for a very low fee. But you may want to go to more of their legislative events, because we don't host legislative events. We don't do so much with legislative or even workforce for that matter. They do more with your workforce development and things like that. So yeah, absolutely. It's a
And with the chambers, they're like you've got the Amherst Chamber, the Alta Vista, Vinton. They're kind of local to just that area.
I could pick up a rock and hit a chamber and
Whereas the Central Virginia Business Coalition is
just
all over Virginia.
Yeah.
And it's great because you can be a part of, if you have a business in Amherst, you can be part of the Amherst Chamber and then also be part of the CVABC. And it's not a redundant thing of like, oh, I've got, basically like two chambers. Well, it's not like a chamber. It's different.
It is different.
And, the Coffee Talk has won gold in Lynchburg Living.
Fifth year in a row. Fifth year. This will be our fifth year
This will be
for
our fifth
gold.
year, which is impressive.
It is impressive.
And yet another award for me to steal from your office. But that's another story completely.
But I got to watch my awards, man.
But it's great because it's kind of like an extra add-on to kind of give you into the other areas, because we have clients in Amherst, and we were part of the Amherst Chamber for a while. And I just never could get to any of their events or anything like that. So we kind of dropped that just because I couldn't get out there. But, once we have a bigger team and things like that, we'll probably rejoin some of these other,
But look at it. Our coffee talk this month is in Madison Heights, Amherst.
It is.
So you're able to go out and listen to people. So you're getting that option. And, Sabrina, her and I have talked, she's going to be there. Right. So she's inviting her chamber members to attend the coffee talk.
And that's the way it should be. Co-opetition.
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 I like it.
So.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
I think that should be the name of the podcast today.
Co-opetition. I think I bring it up every podcast.
Oh man, can you spell it for me?
Cupid Clothing, Bridal, and Coopetition.
So it's Co-opetition. Just hit Siri and be like Co-opetition.
Competition. Okay. They'll know it. If you listen to it, you'll know what it means.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so our second guest today is not able to make it. She was going to call in. Something came up, and so we'll talk.
I thought I missed the call.
You weren't
did you
slacking.
see me looking at the
You're
phone?
doing all right.
I saw you looking. You're over there panicking.
Yeah, I was a brief moment.
Yeah, no. So Stephanie was Legal Shield was going to be coming on with us today, so we'll chat with her later on.
Did she have a legal issue come up?
I don't know. She didn't tell me.
That would be ironic.
Something breaking news,
breaking news.
Something like
something about that true crime podcast. I don't know.
Probably the bleeding,
the trail of blood across the
floor. I called her. I was like, "Hey, I need your help." But no, so she's going to be coming on a future episode, and we'll talk with her about Legal Shield, and I know she's got some great things to say about what they do there. And but I did want to just say, last week, and we're going to continue with our postings. We slacked off yesterday and Monday just because I was busy. But, National Small Business Week was the first week of May. It's always the first week of May. As I've said before, I believe that National Small Business Week is every week. It's not just 1 week out of the year. I think it's kind of ridiculous. They only get 1 week out of the year. But
it's the same with Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yeah,
it's like this week.
It is.
It's crazy.
And it's Nurses Week.
Yeah. So it's
thank you to all the nurses out there, especially if you work for business.
Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah. And for those doing the Healthcare Heroes Parade today, I'm sure that was a great. Yeah. So I talked to them. Apparently, they had record-breaking turnout for both this year.
So Beth went in my place today, and she didn't know until yesterday that she was going to do that. I was trying to figure out how to be at two places at once.
5 minutes ago.
So she took our wrap car, and she's going through the parade. She goes, "You didn't tell me there were going to be so many people here." And I'm like, "Oh, it's a ton, just warning you." So, and she was really excited because she had a stream of Corvettes behind her, which apparently is like her dream car. So,
yeah, I was talking with Scott yesterday. He heads it up over with Centra.
Yeah.
They had about 70 to 80 entries in the Lynchburg parade. And then for the first time ever, Bedford's had 10, 15, they had close to 40.
Nice.
Signed up in Bedford today. So he he even sent WSAT out to Bedford to film instead of Lynchburg.
Excellent.
They've done Lynchburg the last couple years.
Yeah.
And he sent them out to Bedford because he wanted them to kind of showcase Bedford because we had a great turnout. But, we started partnering with them when it first started. And this will be the third year, I believe, of the Healthcare Heroes Parade. And we did it for COVID because all these nurses and healthcare providers were just, exhausting themselves.
Burnt out.
Mhm.
And so we thought, hey, what is something nice to do? And so Centra put this on. He reached out to myself and, well, actually, let me take that back. Nadine Blakely, who is the presenting sponsor of the Healthcare Heroes Parade, they reached out to her and she came on as a sponsor. And then she said, hey, you should contact Heather at the Central Virginia Business Coalition because she knows how to do parades. She does Lynchburg and Bedford's Christmas parades. And so they contacted me and said, hey, how can we get you on board and do all of that? So, we were immediately interested in helping, and it's kind of just been, it's been wonderful ever since. Same the three amigos, Centra, Nadine, and CVABC, putting on the Healthcare Heroes Parade every year.
Right.
So, and it's funny because each year it's like it comes around and we don't even really think to be like, oh, hey, do you want to do this year? It's just like it's being done. Like here,
Right.
Here's the date and let's get
You're
on
just
the
kind of
ball.
thrown
So
into it.
it just kind of happens,
Yeah.
but it's something that I really wouldn't want to see go away. I think that it was something that came about
That's good.
from COVID that was really great.
Well, it's
And-
very special.
Yeah.
Because it's the light at the darkest tunnel.
Mhm.
Because COVID, even though it happened in 2020, I still feel like we're all recovering from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why, I was bringing up National Small Business Week because, people started, you see places doing posts about, different businesses. So we started last week, and you can go back and check out our Facebook page, but we kind of started highlighting different areas of business, caterers and then restaurants and then different things about, hey, here's who you can utilize that we're all members, and tagging each one of them in there. And, whether we have 4 florists, we tagged each one of them. People, the great thing is, though, they're all over our region. So you have one that's here in Lynchburg, one that's in Bedford, one that's in, Amherst. And it's a great way to do that. So we're going to be highlighting more. We're actually going to highlight today and tomorrow and Friday, not only our National Small Business Week, but where can you go for Mother's Day? Where you can grab those last minute Mother's Day gifts. So our retail businesses.
Oh, that means I probably need to get something.
You probably should.
Okay.
I don't know. I got a phone call from my dad on the way over here. And he was like, your mom said you didn't do nothing for her last year. I said, I most certainly did too. They're trying to make me feel bad.
I need to get her some ginkgo biloba so she remembers.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm just not going to do anything this year. So next year when she says it, it'll be true.
There you go.
I'll just be
That's-
like, you're
That's
correct.
a plan right
Don't
there.
you remember?
You're correct, madam. I did not. but no, definitely go out there and get your mama something nice. Well, I'm not a flower person, but that's just me because I have no green thumb. Although I did just plant my garden up here at the Bedford Urban Gardens because I do have a garden.
I think I plan on going to the Forest Flowers.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I think I might do that.
they're great.
And while we're talking about that, so I used to be a florist.
Yes, you did.
So let me tell you, my Facebook is flooded with Sherry's Berries and FTD and Teleflora and all that stuff. And while I enjoy all those companies, when you go to order flowers, don't go to just an anonymous website and order. Call the florist direct. You're going to get a better deal.
Mhm.
The websites all take a cut out of it. So let me go ahead and put my little local thing in there. Reach out to a florist directly and, order them and pick them up on Saturday because that also helps the florist because, a lot of people think Valentine's Day is the florist's biggest holiday, but it's not. It's Mother's Day because not everyone has a Valentine, but everyone has a mother.
Mhm.
So, if you're going to get flowers for mom, that's great. But I go early and give them to her early and be like, look, this wasn't a last minute gift. This was, this. And it's support those local businesses directly instead of going through a website that's taking a cut for doing nothing more than spending more money.
And when you meet them in person, they do stuff meaningful for you.
Right.
So it's more meaningful.
Yeah. I've done, as a florist for Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, like I've had people come in and like, here's a picture of my bridal bouquet. Can you recreate this? I'm like, yeah, sure, we can do that. And if you can see the dismay on my face through my tone of voice, but we could always make something happen and make it very personalized and things like that. So it's important walk in and get to with any business, get in and walk in and get to know the people who are doing the service for you, and you'll get a lot better product.
You will.
Than just picking up the phone and going, make me something pretty.
Yeah.
So
And that's a lot with franchises too, because if you go to a franchise,
Right.
and it's global, it's nationwide, you're not
Right.
going to get the same customer service.
Right.
I mean,
And so something I learned, because Visiting Angels is a franchise. So,
yeah.
but something I learned is like a lot of the franchises are locally owned. So
Yeah,
you've got like
that's true.
Dunkin'
Right.
Donuts is a franchise, but
Yes.
they've got local owners.
Nothing
You've
but
got
cake the same way.
the UPS store. The cookie Crumble
Crumble cookie
is the
as
same
well.
way. The owners are from Roanoke and Lynchburg and have a store in each. So a lot of national brands that you see are local businesses, but instead of starting something from scratch, because
Yeah.
my background was not healthcare. So they gave me a lot of guidance and a lot of education
Yeah.
for us to be able to be one of the best home care companies in Lynchburg. But a lot of times you think like every single one of our ads when, because Visiting Angels Corporate helps us make those. Every single one I'm like locally owned and operated on it because I want people to see that we're local. And they're like, well, that's an international slogan. We think you should use this. I'm like, no, in our area, I am big on supporting local businesses. I want people to know that we are run out of Lynchburg. We only have the location in Lynchburg. So we're not stretched between Roanoke, Lynchburg, Danville, South Boston, all that. Like
because that would like get more burnout.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And we're able to focus on our clients more in Lynchburg and surrounding counties than if I was running back and forth to Roanoke trying to run 2 offices.
honestly,
That's
that
right.
would defeat your purpose, your whole
Right.
slogan anyway.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Well, and another thing is our like our small local retail. We have a lot of small local
Small
retail
local retail.
members. Heck, you can even come here to All Things Local. We'll be open tomorrow and Friday for you to come and shop
Look at that.
over 12 different local artisan vendors, your local farmers markets. Go there on Saturdays, Forest Farmers Market, Bedford Farmers Market, find something for your mom there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of options when you look locally that you can probably make your dollar stretch and show more
And
for
get a more
it.
unique gift.
Yes, absolutely.
Something that's a little more special for what your mom likes as opposed to, which let's be honest, I'm a terrible gift giver. I admit that. I've given my mom some things over the years that just, I look back and I'm like, oh, that was a terrible gift. But, I've been trying to work on that and do better. And so like going into somewhere local where you get unique items and it's not just like going to Walmart and hitting the clearance section and be like, she's going to love this He-Man action figure.
Yes.
the best part is you can talk to the people who are there to
Right.
help service you.
And they may be able to guide you to something better. You may think like, this is a great gift. And
Yep.
they're like, that's not, no. You
What
something more like
one of
this.
my favorite gifts, and I still have it because it makes me laugh every time I read it. I got, years ago, but I got it from my son. He made me one of those. How they make those little coupon books,
Yeah.
And he made me this one coupon. One of the coupons said like he was going to give me 5 walks up and down the driveway, and I was like, first of all, are you trying to say I'm fat and I need to walk up and down the driveway? Like,
But did you cash all those
what are we
in?
saying?
Because if not, you need to dig that out and be like, this is still good. It has no expiration.
So the funny thing about that is I did just ask him to train with me to do a 5K this fall.
Oh, there you go.
Because Hunter's a runner. He ran cross country
Oh my
like
goodness.
all through high school. And so he's done like 5Ks in like Virginia Beach and kind of all over. He warned me that he's like, well, I'm a little out of shape now, but I was like, yeah, can we do, different ones? And he was like, you don't want to do that one. It's too hilly. He's like, let's do one that's kind of not as bad for your first. But yeah, he's going to train with me so I can do a 5K in the fall.
We
So I'm
should do, like-
kind of utilizing the coupon.
We
now.
should do a CVABC like 0.5K or something.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's flat.
That's
Like a
inside
mall or
with
something.
the AC.
Yeah, 0.5K.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think we
In
should
the
do it.
warehouse. In the warehouse.
In the
In the
warehouse.
wa-
What
in
does
the
a
warehouse.
0.5K equal out to?
I was educated in America. I don't know. So,
And Talk Local to Me will be back next week. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah. So we talked about doing some sort. At one point, we had talked about doing some sort of like race, like 5K to raise money. That was a couple of years ago. We haven't brought that back up really because I was like tired and didn't want to do that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cash that coupon in for that so
yeah.
he can.
So I had to do some quick math, aka I Googled it.
Okay.
A 5K is 3.1 miles.
Oh, I knew how
and
much a 5K was.
Okay. Well, what did you ask?
I don't know. I thought you said a point. I don't know.
A
I thought it was
0.5K.
different than a 5K. Never mind.
A 0.5K, like much
I
smaller.
think that's what he was talking about. I think that's what
Yeah.
Woody was saying.
like
Yeah.
walking across the room.
Yes.
How quick?
I'm actually-
Those would just be like relay races.
But I
Let's do a day
I
of
do
relay
feel good though
races.
because when I typed what is 5K, it immediately popped up with the very first search result, like
Yeah.
the suggestion. was in miles. So at least I'm not the only one searching for that because apparently it's a popular.
I used to have all these like fun ideas I wanted to do, like, because you have these you get all these businesses that put together teams like for golf tournaments and stuff. Like one year I wanted to do like an amazing race type challenge with businesses throughout the region, like in different spaces. They had to go to like different places and do like challenges and stuff. But
Can we do that?
I don't know. I
Love
feel
to
like
do
that might be a lot of work.
Fight to the death.
We should do like a bingo card or
Yeah.
treasure hunt or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, treasure hunt.
Like one of the
Scavenger
challenges,
hunt.
they have to run in the middle of one of Woody's on-air shows and just scream real loud, run out the office.
Mortal
I'll get
Kombat.
that one.
Yeah, either one of those. Joking.
So,
Like when Cop Talks on, just have someone come in here and like scream and run out.
Oh God! Don't,
See what Joey does.
yeah,
Sergeant Dooley
That's
will
all
be
we
like,
need.
he'll be like,
on air.
if you get a gorilla costume, I'll totally hide in the back room and pop out with it. I'm just saying.
Just sign the waiver first if you don't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
doing that. We
Yeah.
need to start doing that. Like just jumping out at people.
I just don't know if Cop Talk is the one I would surprise.
I know.
them.
I only said it because I knew Sergeant Dooley would like.
I would be so afraid because they come in fully dressed and
Oh, they're ready to go.
They're ready to go.
Fully dressed and armed.
and armed.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do Life, Liberty, Happiness. See how.
Yeah,
I'll
that-
mess,
I
I'll
would
mess
feel
up
better
Brian's
about that one.
formatted show.
There you go. I don't know. He's probably just as dangerous though. You mess with his format. I don't know.
If you come in and mess with his formatted
Yeah.
show, you're in trouble.
What do you mean a formatted show?
Oh man.
He's.
Or it's
I'll show you the show notes.
You should see his
Oh,
notes.
wow.
Like it is scripted to the
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Oh my
To the
goodness.
he has like cutoff times. It's legit. Like he's been that way since just
Yeah.
about the beginning. Like every
Okay.
week he
Yeah.
Well, that's
types up a
fantastic.
2-page of
So he comes in
Good for him.
prepared and ready to go. And
Yep.
Speaking of that, though, and this
We
is
just come
completely
in.
off topic, and
Yeah.
I mean, people are listening to this show today, like, what in the world? We've jumped from everything. But didn't they do that thing last week about weight loss? Did I win a prize? Because I put all the
You
answers
sure did. You guessed like I'll ask him.
because I
I'll
thought it was
ask.
for a prize, and I guessed like 15 things.
I'm just a button pusher on
And there's
that
no
show.
way I didn't win. I'm gonna go over to his office.
I don't have
in a
any
minute and
say
be
in that show
Where's my
Yeah, that's a
coupon?
good. You already have a Grover. I was going to say you win a Grover, but you already have.
I've got a Grover. I love.
I'll effort, as they would say, I'll effort that.
Wait till I get Grover in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
I
And
know.
then you need to get him a Mrs. Grover. And
Yes.
Yes. and start
Yes, the whole
selling them.
team.
That'd be nice.
His hoodie comes off. And so I thought about making accessories. Like
well,
accessories.
you've got a seamstress right here that
That's
Yeah.
true.
that's why I said she needs to
Let
make
me-
him a tuxedo.
Let me
So-
put in my order for 1,000. No, I'm
All
just joking.
Yeah. So I think she needs a Grover
Yes.
specifically.
Oh, that's a great idea.
As a
I'll bring in my
mascot for her show.
Yes, I will. And I'll bring in my little seamstress stuff so I can
Yes.
measure him.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Yes.
And then
It's gotta be.
Do you need 1,000? And my
No, good Lord, no. No.
So we got a little bit more time left on the show, and I did want to bring up just some upcoming things we have
Mhm.
event wise.
Is there events coming up?
Yeah, there's things. There's things, but I do have a really exciting announcement that I am now allowed to announce because I had to wait until I received confirmation in my letter from the governor, which I received yesterday.
Ooh, breaking news.
Breaking news. I'm really excited about this. So a couple of months ago, we applied for a grant through Virginia Tourism Corporation. And part of that grant was to help, most of that grant was to help you market all of the different events we are doing in the latter half of 2023. So Bedford Centerfest, Bedford Battle of the Bands, our Fall Fling for Wellness, our Christmas parades, like all the things that we're doing in the latter half of this year that bring tourism to Central Virginia. So it's called the Love Central Virginia Grant. So it's not really, delegated to one specific city or town or county. It's just Central Virginia overall. And we put this in so that we could really drive tourism from outside of our area as well as those that are just here.
Mhm.
And, you could request, I think the highest request you could request was $20,000. And I don't write grants. I haven't written very many, written a couple.
Can't say
So
that now.
I know, right? So I did put in the request for 20,000 because I've always, go big, go home sort of thing.
You
And
did ask a local car dealership if they would donate a whole car.
I did.
So-
They didn't, but I did ask them that. I'm
Still
really
ask.
The
not.
whole car?
Oh yeah,
The whole
I'm not
lot?
scared of asking anybody for anything. Oh, that's one thing you'll find out about me. But But my thought process was you ask for the most, and then of course they give you what they can give you. They go by a scale when they're going, they're looking at things. So, so I got a letter back at the end of April, but it told us we weren't allowed to make the announcement until the governor did, which he did yesterday. So, I'm really excited to say that the Central Virginia Business Coalition was awarded $20,000 to use in marketing for our events. So Virginia's for Lovers will be becoming a sponsor of Talk Local to Me's podcast because we'll be putting them on as part of our marketing platform, and then you'll also see us advertising in more magazines, newspapers, and things outside of our area. So we're talking North Carolina, we're talking Tennessee, we're talking in different areas to bring people here. So definitely something I'm really excited about. And
now you just need a bumper sticker that says Virginia's for Lovers.
Yes,
I think we need Virginia. I think we need ABC.
Well, they will give us some marketing stuff. So I'll get some merch to do to have at events and things like that. They'll send me banners to have up at events and all that sort of thing. So definitely excited for it, and kind of looking at where we can go from here with things like that. We're a 501c6, so it's a little more difficult to get grants than a 501c3.
Right.
So I really have to dig deep for the ones that we can get.
Right.
But having something through tourism, because we're considered we work with marketing and destination management, and a big huge thank you to Destination Bedford and Nicole Johnson, because we had to have a backer, an actual DMO that put in a recommendation for us and kind of was a backer on that. And she was able to do that. And the town of Bedford, being able to utilize the town of Bedford for the different events we do here. So
amazing.
Definitely helps to have all of that. But we did just file yesterday all of our permits for all of the events. So, Centerfest permits filed, Battle of the Bands permits filed, all the parades are filed, and another breaking news. And as long as it goes through council and is approved.
So council, if you're listening, you should probably approve this.
That's
being announced.
Yes. So beginning in June, we're going to start Second Fridays again here in Bedford with a car show every Friday night. So we'll have a car show in downtown Bedford. Hopefully some music, food trucks. We're going to ask the businesses in town to stay open later. We'll have the opportunity for vendors to set up. We're trying not to have, it's not going to be a full Centerfest vendor because the cars are going to take up the road. So we'll have vendors more than likely in either the parking lot at the farmer's market area. But yeah, so we're starting that those will run June, July, August, September, and October. So one a month for those months. Now the one in August will run the second Friday, but then don't forget there is a car show that is incorporated in Battle of the Bands. So there's going to be two happening in Bedford that month.
Exciting.
But we have different car clubs. So yeah.
Awesome.
Really excited for both of those things. Autumn, our events director, she goes to a lot of car shows throughout our area. I'm talking, she goes to Virginia Beach. She goes to all kinds of places with her husband. And so she's actually created some really good networks of people in different car clubs that she's going to be able to bring to the area.
So it's not going to be the same cars every.
Yeah, the hope is no. The hope is it'll be different ones each week. But, I had a lot of people that told me prior to us taking over the events and things, and so this has been at least 5 years since they've done these car shows, that it was a pretty big hit in downtown Bedford.
Yeah.
A lot of people would come out and stroll, and look at the cars, grab something to eat. So, our goal is to have something fun, but really to bring people here to see what we have downtown. And, hopefully, having, clam diggers, they can run there and eat, or the Blue Lady, or, the Bridge Street Cafe, or anyone that wants to stay open in the evening and have specials or something just for that one night would be really cool. So, so we have that. And then of course, people have heard me talk about it. And so I'm going to keep talking about it till next Thursday. Our Empower Women's event is next
May 18th.
Thursday, May 18th. I can't believe it's next Thursday. It seems like there's so much going on. Hands down, one of my favorite events we do. I love it. If you are a lady in the area, woman in the area, if you're a man in the area wants to come too, I don't discriminate. Please come. I do know of at least one that's coming.
Yeah, Luke,
he's attending with his wife.
Luke is coming.
No, I've got two then. That's two. I forgot about Luke.
Yeah, Luke is coming with Libby, and Eric is
coming with his wife because Presley was nominated for the Young Athena Award.
Awesome.
Ooh. So,
and she's a teacher, and if teachers don't, it's one thing during COVID when the whole everybody suddenly became homeschoolers. I think a lot of people realize teachers do not get enough credit for what they do. Yeah. So I think it's great that a teacher got nominated for that.
Yeah. So we while we're at it, I'll just go ahead and throw out some of our nominees because I haven't mentioned that at all this year. And
well, Woody and I were going to start giving away free tickets to Empower. We had 20 lined up to give away.
Yeah, doing it live.
So, and
she said, what?
Yeah, if you want to enter that contest, you go to cvabc.org, go to the Empower thing. Every entry for a free ticket is $99.
Yes.
And you are guaranteed to be a winner and get a ticket.
Yes.
So go ahead.
However, I will say $99 is a steal for what you get for this event. We have some amazing speakers, an amazing women's panel where we have a couple of women here from Lynchburg. We have 2 from Roanoke they're great. We have the keynote speaker is coming from Georgia. I have been looking, reading up on her online and listening to some of her podcasts because she has a podcast, and just listening to hers. And I'm really excited for her. I'm really excited for the women that are attending. We currently have, I think we have close to 125, 130 women signed up right now. So we will still accept tickets up until the 17th.
So that means there's only like 50 to 75.
There's 50. Yeah, there's only about 50 to 75 less.
Don't procrastinate.
Really, you don't want to. And the food's going to be phenomenal. We have Friends Catering and Simply Vanilla are going to be providing breakfast. Purple Door Catering is providing your lunch. Like I said, we have other bakeries and things doing stuff. We have goodie bags for every woman with some really nice stuff in it. We have members dropping off stuff for the goodie bags all over the place, and we've got some really great things. So, but yeah, part of that event is our Athena Awards. And for those who don't know, the Athena Award is international. It is a big deal. This is not something I just made up and decided to, throw an award out there. Hundreds of women from around the world are recognized every year at Athena Award ceremonies in their state or their cities. And these women are recognized by Athena International as being women in our communities that are leaders, they're role models, they're mentors. They're doing really big things. And same goes with the Young Professional Athena Award. These are offered to women under the age of 40 who are up and coming. You kind of see that drive in them. You know that they're going places, and these. So just to be nominated is an honor. Like, right. I mean, because somebody thought that much of you to nominate you. I tell them this every year. And actually the Athena award, we're really not supposed to say that anyone is a winner. So the person who technically gets the award is the recipient of the award. However, there is no winner because everyone is a winner. Mm-hmm. Everyone who is nominated, is a winner. Every woman that attends the event should feel like they are a winner. Like they're all here, doing good things. So, but I will say our nominees for the Young Professional Athena Award, and I gotta sit here and roll through them. We have, like I said, Presley Pussmuller. I'm gonna butcher her last name. Pussmuller, right? Did I say that correctly?
Sounds right.
That sounds good. Eric, if you're listening, I'm sorry. And like you said, she is a teacher with Lynchburg City Schools, and really excited to have her. I'm gonna butcher Melissa's last name. Melissa de Kirkland with Holy Heaven.
Holy Heaven, yeah.
Cookie. Kim Winsler with Nanny's Prims and Decor. Allie Berger with Allure Creative.
Yeah.
And hold on. I'm not forgetting one, but I am forgetting one, but it's going to come to me in a second. I should have them all pulled up because I sent them all their stuff. Kylie Harvell. And she used to work with Bank of the James in Roanoke, but she just started her own business called Be Kind Designed. And so she is our 5th nominee for Young Professional. And then our Athena Award nominees are Emily Robinson with Living in the Heart of Virginia.
Yeah.
Amy Sipe with AccuPoint Surveying.
Yeah.
We have Jennifer Rolland, who's also one of our speakers at the event. Carrie Wright with Carrie Wright Coaching and Consulting. Sabrina Kennan with the Amherst County Chamber of Commerce. And I believe that is it for us.
You left me and Woody off that one.
Yeah.
I left you
and Grover.
I'm so
and Grover.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's okay.
Grover should win an award.
Grover should win an award.
So
Best
Totally.
Grover.
Best
He's-
otter.
You should
He's-
make a Grover Award.
he's probably in an otter
I
category.
agree.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
da.
Otter
Da.
category.
So.
So anyway, ladies, get your tickets, $99, cvabc.org. Alexis, thank you so much for being on with us today. For those who are wanting to find out more, how can they find out more about Cupid Clothing Bridal and attend the fashion show?
So they can order their tickets on our website, which is https://cupid-clothing-bridal.square.site.
Okay.
Or they can follow us on Facebook, Instagram as CC Bridal, and our TikTok as Cupid Clothing Bridal.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you again for being here.
No
with
problem.
us
See you next week.
and visiting next week. We will see you next week. Don't forget to get your mother something fabulous for Mother's Day.
cvabc.org.